Hello farmers and welcome back to American Falls. We are ready to go into the month of November. I just fed the pigs so they are good to go for another month. They got a straw bale also sitting outside, so they got bedding as well. November, we got a good amount of work to do. Well, not a whole lot compared to what farming season's like. But yeah, the sheep and goats need some feed taken over to them. The grass field needs to be refertilized. There's a field I know I got to do soil sampling in. And also, yeah, we're going to have to probably, maybe, ooh, it's still dark outside, fertilizing contracts, any really good ones? No, not really. What I need to check on, though, is our production building, the refinery, and yeah, this number is capping out just about, yeah, because we got still more, basically we have no more room for it to distribute. Money-wise, we are down to $6,980, which is, it's okay. Everything's okay, but the rain's not okay to start with. We do have 200 pigs, so let's go into our livestock inventory, looking for pigs worth about 700 bucks. We got a whole bunch that are worth upper 600s. Should I wait? I think I'll wait another month before I sell them, give them something to do in December, and allow them to do what they need to do. Let's see, on feed... Oh, those are the cows, the pigs, the slurry should be brought over, the manure, manure, we're almost at a second pile, so we could do slurry and manure over at the BGA to bring in some money. That would not hurt. Have the cows reproduced yet? No, you're 70% to there, you're 80%, and you are 60% of the way there. Interesting. I thought we bought the cows all at the same time, but yet they seem to be different gestation periods, but that's fine. But their feed's looking good. The goats and the sheep, as we can see, their feed's down a little bit. Daily food is 16,000. They got enough for another month, but we need to bring feed over. And the wool, I probably need to push that out so that they can keep spawning the wool in. Stock market inventory. Let's see what our goods are going for. Well, not that great. Looks like December and January is the best time to be selling that. Diesel, we should have some diesel being stocked up. The diesel is actually worth about 13,000, so if I need money, I could do that. All right, let's go ahead and advance some time here because this is a little bit too dark to be wanting to farm. Oh, and the rain stopped as well. Good. All right, well, let's go ahead and speed up the time a little bit more since we're not... Oh, rain's coming again. Okay, so let's slow down time to about ×5. That's good. How do we do making silage overnight in our fermenting silo? We had just about 400,000 liters of grass in here. And, okay, so we got about 50,000 liters of silage. We're saving that for the cows, so when they reproduce, we may have to give TMR to the cows, because the calves' health may go down, as I've been told. Well, I can't remember what the quote actually was. It says that the calves' health will not go up. So I don't know how important that is. I mean, if it stays stable, well, it can't. I think when they're born, their health would be technically at 0. So yeah, we may have to give them TMR. We'll see when that time comes. Let's grab our soil sampler and let's go take some soil samples. Wait, is the field right across the road, correct? I think it's the one right across the road that we got to do. So we got to go to this page right here. Yeah, right across the road. So that's not going to take me too long to get that done. I wonder if I should do this field here at 37. You can see how it's a little bit more shadowy, so that may need to be done. So I may get them both done. I mean, let's be honest. It's not going to take me too long. Lift up the front loader as far as it can go because, yeah, the soil sampler, when I unfold it, the probe that drills down may hit the front loader. Okay, unfold that and lower it down so it doesn't hit. Let's bring up the mini map. And the mini map will tell us roughly how big of a sample we're grabbing. All right, grab that sample there. Yeah, so originally I was planning to plant barley over here, but I got my months mixed up, so We got a good field of wheat, so next year probably sorghum or oats, one or the other. We got plenty of corn, so I don't know. I should have one field of corn, just to be sure. But we got plenty of corn in our silo. This is kind of a waste of a soil sample, but we got to get the whole field. And really, soil samples don't cost too much. Especially when you're using a modded soil sampler. I think we're using the one that does double the working width, or working area. Can I get this in one more sample? Looks like we can. If not, it's going to be very close. Alright, and let's go do the smaller field, which is just through the trees here. I don't know if I got enough fertilizer to get the grass field done, but we'll see. Yeah, so the money is down, but that's okay. I mean, we got the refinery going. Yeah, I don't think my overall extreme goal to get our loan paid off by the end of the year is going to happen. But we are going to take a big chunk out of it, that's for sure. Of course, it seems kind of weird saying that, because with the Hills of Tuscany, I got $9.6 million I still owe. And here we're talking $240,000. So this field didn't really need to be soil sampled, but maybe next year it might have needed it. So we're just going to take care of it now. Actually, I should have drove forward a little bit more because I could have got more into our other field. And the grass field we did last season, so I think that's why the field that I'm currently soil sampling, the colors were a little bit darker on the right-hand side compared to this side that we're on, because I'm pretty sure I went over the boundary lines a little bit. Alright, take that sample there. Alright, I gotta drop off the fertilizer spreader. Now I can hit Y to send in the samples. Now let's go ahead and that should be the right one. Fold that up. Raise it on up. And now we'll back up, grab the spreader. There, everything's working out as intended. Alright, let's go ahead and spread some fertilizer. Just a little over 4,000 liters. Let me scroll back so I can get a good view of where I've been. And we don't really need the mini map up for this. Then we'll go back to the farm, drop off the soil sampler. We'll grab... I'll probably even drop off the fertilizer spreader. I'll put the weight on the back. And we'll try to grab like 2, maybe 3 bales of hay. I really should have brought some bales of hay over to the sheep pen when I had them all on the autoloader. I thought I actually had some more bales over there, but yeah, we don't. And the sheep and goats would like some feed. I'm starting to wonder if I do have enough hay bales, but I don't want to say the good thing because it's going to seem kind of quick. Is we'll be cutting this grass in the spring and we'll make some more hay bales. But we're talking like 5-6 months from now, because obviously November, December, all the way through March, we're really just passing time and taking care of the animals and selling products when needed. We're not going to be making any hay or anything off our fields. So getting a surplus on some stuff. I don't know, I want to say we got maybe like 40, maybe even 50 bales of hay at 8,000 liters a piece, I think what it is. So, yeah, we might have enough. If I need to, I'd probably sell the goats. The goats are a nice little thing just to have here on the farm. but they're not really making a whole bunch of milk for us, so I could sell them and save on what they're going through in the feed trough over there. Make sure I'm on the widest working width again. Yeah, so not a whole lot to do with this month. I mean, it's better than nothing. I thought November was like, okay, we're just going to breeze on through, had nothing to do. But yeah, we got a few things, and by taking care of the grass field and getting rid of, doing the soil sampling, that gives us more time in the springtime to get to what really needs to be done, which is replanting the fields. And possibly setting up for our last season. I think it's going to be our last season. I kind of plan on that being our last season, but we'll see how the end of next year comes along. Because I do want to swap out a few pieces of equipment. I would like to swap out the Fent 1000. It's basically the stuff that we bought used I want to swap out. The Voltra and the Landini we bought brand new. So we'll probably keep them on the farm, even though they are approaching, as you can see, the Voltra is getting close to 50 hours on it. The Landini, I want to say maybe 30 hours on it. Somewhere around there. The Combine we bought used as well. And I probably am going to swap that out for a John Deere, even though we won't be using it much. We may not be able to use it at all. We'll see how the money situation goes in the upcoming season. But once we get enough money to buy the second refinery, which is like 70 grand. I mean, the other medium-sized refinery, that's making some material at a good rate anyways, but we get the smaller one going as well. We should make a decent amount of cash from that. We're not buying any more land, although I had some thoughts once or twice about it. But I think we got plenty of what we're doing. And speaking of plenty, I had more than enough fertilizer to get the grass field done. So let's go back, drop off the soil sampler, the fertilizer spreader, pick up the weight, and we'll come over to the shed over here. We'll grab, I wanted to say I like to grab 3, but that could be a little bit tricky. I might be able to grab 3, but I may not arrive over at the sheep pen with 3. Looks like a mighty big weight on the back of the Voltra, especially when you got narrow tires still on there. All right, what is the best way to grab the bales out of here? Because I wasn't planning on doing it this way, but here I am doing it. Let me just try to... You know what? Looks like coming in maybe from the other way. I may have a little more better approach. Oh, there's the dolly. Okay, the dolly is on the milk tanker. Probably should be in cab for this. Are we going to be able to handle 3 bales? So I'm just trying to take it slow coming out here. I think I'll put them back down and reload it. Yeah, it's a little heavy up in the front, even with the weight that we got on here. But if I take my time on the way over, we know that's probably not going to happen. But I'll try to take my time over to the sheep pen. So 8,000 liters per bale. This is 24,000 liters. So that should be good for at least 3 more months for them. Yeah, this is the max that this can hold with the weight in the back. So I think in the springtime when I cut the grass and I make some more hay, I probably should just bring a good amount of bales over, of course. It's better than trying to do this every month and a half or 2 months, depending how far it gets them on feed. Besides, the cow barn is kind of full of hay bales anyways. But what I'll probably keep doing with the cows is every so often just going there with the trailer, and they can take the hay right off the trailer like we did last time. And once again, the only contracts I'm doing here out for the rest of the series is going to be fertilizing contracts. And probably the only two fields I'll be doing is fields, I think 42 and 47 is what they are. Those are the ones on the north side of the pig farm just across the stream. They usually pay about like $18,000 for one and maybe $20,000 for the other. Actually, it might be more than that. Can't remember the exact numbers. It looks like December might be the month we're going to be selling some products from the refinery itself. I think I saw peak prices in December on a couple of items. I don't really have a tanker for diesel yet. There was one for sale a while ago, and I thought, nah, I want one that I can do the crude oil and diesel. And now I probably will just end up buying a diesel tanker anyways. Well, they didn't fall off until I got over here. And it should take them all. Yeah, I was going to drag them, but probably better if I push them. Here's that one. And that one. Alright, so how are you guys looking on feed now? Are you guys going to get to the springtime? Let's see, 16,000 liters, so that's not even up for 3 months. So, December, January. Gonna have to feed them before I go to bed in January. Alright, well, I was going to push these out this way, but kind of hard to get in there. Come on, Voltra, give it a good push. Alright, that's out of the way. Actually, let me pop back in the cab because we'll give this a shot. Did I grab both? Nope, we just got one. Just one of those things I think that takes time to get used to, driving in cab and using the forklifts. I mean, not much of an issue picking them up. It's usually when I put them down and try to get them off the pallet forks. Of course, now that I say that, it did it nice and easy. Alright, so maybe I should just leave this over here for now. I don't need it back at the farm for anything other than grabbing more hay bales, but we'll leave that there for now. Let's grab the Fent 1000. Wait, where the heck am I? We need to be up here. Not that trailer. Yes, it's got to be that trailer. I was thinking, all right, what trailer do I need here? Yep, this one is the only one I got that will take the manure. So we're going to bring the manure from the pigs and the cows on over. I do have to drive in here to grab it. And I have found out on the cow barn, which we'll see maybe in a moment, because this is not going to quite fill this up. But with the cow barn, I don't have to drive all the way back to where the, well, technically where it shows the trigger. I think last time I drove over the manure pile. This is going to almost fill our trailer. Yeah, I thought I was going to fill it more than that, but 60%. All right, that leaves enough room for the cow manure, I would assume. All right, let's not hit the fence. All right, close the gate. We'll be back for the slurry later on. Well, let's get the manure over there first. As for the silage, I'm going to keep that in storage for now. Even though our money situation is not looking the greatest right now, we're not in dire need of money. I'm not really planning on buying anything today, because we're not buying anything used anymore. Although the refinery would be good, but let's face it, I don't have enough money hanging around currently to place down a $70,000 refinery. Well, we don't have any loose cows out here this morning. Alright, maybe I should just open up both gates this time. Alright, let's back on in and grab hopefully most of this manure. So yeah, so the trigger is kind of back along that solid cement wall, but you only really have to go to here and you're inside the trigger. And looks like we're gathering it all. Nope, you don't need a chainsaw. Oh yeah, be careful, the barbed wire kind of sticks out here as well, so if you're backing in you may collide with that. I haven't done so yet myself, but I saw it last time I was going in there to grab the manure. Alright, over to the BGA. We'll drop this off and we'll come back, swap out trailers, grab the dolly, get the tanker, and bring the slurry on over. And just check on some things, but I think that will cover the month of November. And as we know, this will bring us in some money, but it's not going to be a spectacular amount, but it's better than nothing. Let me go ahead and make sure that this production is turned on. And while I'm in here, I may as well turn on the slurry as well. So we'll activate that. We'll activate the slurry. Digestate. Is digestate nearer this time? I should be selling it. And we just put that on in January. It's only 9,000, but, you know, 9,000 will be 9,000. We'll just put that on selling directly. I'm not going to bother trying to transport that much digestate around. Alright, go back. I'm going to drop off the trailer, grab the dolly, go back, grab the tanker, fill up with slurry. You know the routine. You know what? I'll just see you back over here at the BGA, and we'll see if we have a full tanker or not. I think we might. 67,000 liters of slop headed over to the BGA, and a little over 15,000 liters were left at the cow barn. We took everything from the wankers, the pigs, of course. I'm not going to bother making a second trip to get the other 15,000 liters. We'll wait until it piles up a little bit more, maybe next month. But whenever we got a full tanker's worth, then I'll bring it on over. So the only thing I got left to do this month will be to feed the pigs. And at least this time I'll remember, because I forgot to when I fed the pigs before I started recording, is I have canola in the silo for them. So we'll give them some canola instead of the wheat. At least the wheat, if I always have too much of it, I can bring it down to the grain mill and process that into flour. The canola, I don't have any use for other than sell it directly or feed it to the pigs. And speaking of flour, we must have flour, right? Yeah, we got $56,000 worth of flour. All right, and the Material from the refinery, we got about, I don't know, $150,000 there, looking at it quickly. That is still unloading. All right, so we should make a little bit of money from the BGA now with manure and slurry in there. Maybe like $15 to $2,000 an hour until it runs out. Let's head back to the farm. I'll drop off this tanker, and we'll grab the grain trailer, which just had manure in it, but don't worry. It's sanitized. Maybe. Put some canola in there, and yeah, I better check the ratios on their feed trough first before I just go dump all the canola in there. Try to avoid the neighbor's field. That could be good right there. Okay, we don't need the beacons on at the farm. We're the only ones here. The wheat field has grown, and yes, there are weeds into it, but like always, we'll wait until all of the fields have been planted. Oh, I do need to plow. I kind of forgot. I need to plow the cornfields. Yes, I need to be plowing the cornfields. Luckily, well, if you take off the weeds, you can see they need to be plowed. Luckily, it's only still the middle of winter, so yeah, almost goofed up on that once again. What am I looking at? Oh, yeah, the pig feed here. So they got a good amount of corn. They got grain, and, of course, protein is what we're going to be giving them with canola. So, where's the... Oh, there it is. Probably actually better money-wise to sell the canola rather than feed it to the pigs. But it's okay. Not gonna dive too much into that right now if it's actually worth it. Alright, here you guys go. Just take whatever you want. They'll be happy. It's a different type of food than what they've been having. Ooh, are they I was ready to say, they're going to take it all? I didn't put enough in? No, we're fine. They're good. Some of you will be sold next month anyways. At least I think so. There was quite a few in there worth $6.71 this morning. Probably could just leave the canola right into here, but we're going to go ahead and empty it on out. I'll worry about plowing the fields next month, which we're about to get to. Meaning we'll probably get to it next episode. Give us some work to do in the winter months. So let me just double check on everything here. We are still making flour with the sorghum. We got plenty of space for that. And of course, we got plenty of milk in the dairy production to make butter and cheese. BGA is going. We're making grass silage. Crude oil is always going to be up and running. But that is getting a little bit backlogged. So let's see. We're going to bed with 4,700. Let's wake up at 9 and see where the money situation sits. I mean, it should go up. The BGA is going to bring in a little bit. Might be up to like, what, 10, 12 grand after it's all said and done. Or 23. That's even better. And the good thing is the sun is up and it's bright enough. Now let's come over to here first thing and... Alright, what do we got? Alright, we got some pigs worth 700, so let's click on them. We got 3 of those, so we'll sell them. Some more here. Looking for a big chunk of pigs. 7. Alright, that's not too bad. And what we got here? Oh, 1 of those. Okay. 3 of those. I thought we'd be getting rid of the 1s and 2s all the time. Ah, there's 10 of them. So there's $6,800 in total. All right, so we're up to 42,000. So it looks like this month we'll probably have enough money to buy the second refinery. Which, by the way, yeah, we're backlogging on the crude oil, and yeah, this holds about 80,000, and we are piling up some stuff here. We've gone through all the manure, so we can deactivate that. The slurry is still. I'm actually surprised that's still being processed. We're still processing a little bit of sorghum, and storage is piling up, which is good. Yeah, everything else here is good. Oh, we were on the right page. So I see a lot of dark green, which is good. Starting to get a little bit better here. The motor oil price is starting to drop, so that's $47,000 worth of motor oil. We should probably go sell that. Let's see. Fertilizer, manure, digestate. None of this stuff we will sell. Digestate prices. Digestate, you know what? That's at the max price. So let's just go ahead in here. And we're going to go ahead and put this on selling. There we go. So that's, what, 9 grand? 10 grand now. So we'll get 10 grand here in just a second. Diesel, we should be selling that, but I don't have the tanker for it yet. So we'll keep that around just for a little bit. Hay, we don't sell. Canola, we don't sell. Wheat, we don't sell. Corn, we don't sell. That's all staying there. So let's grab and go over and sell. Let's see, that price is going up. We got to grab the motor oil, and we'll sell that, and we should be able to have enough money after selling the motor oil to put down the second refinery, and we'll get that up and going. The sooner we get that up and going, the more product we'll make, and of course, the more we'll profit from it. So I need the dolly. All right, I should be checking contracts for fertilization, but that's all, like I said, we're doing. While I wait for that, we'll just have a quick check here. All right, so cultivating jobs are the only thing there, and that's going to be the only thing there until March. All right, gonna grab the low loader and head over to the refinery to grab, was it motor oil? I'll have to double check. I think that's what I said, motor oil. I'll double check when we're over there. All right, let's just slide on in here. And hopefully I can get close enough to grab all that we need. We'll bring up the helper menu, all type of material. No, I think it's just motor oil is all we want. Let me double check on our stock market page. I think it was motor oil. Yeah, the price is going down. $29.67. Yeah, it's going down. So motor oil. Yeah, we're not quite close enough to grab the other material that's in the back. So maybe I'll help out our trailer a little bit. How much more do I got in inventory here? No, can't look there. Do I have to get out here? Got a whole bunch. Now, the problem is the spawning spot is going to spawn other material. Alright, so that's a little bit problematic. We only want one, and it's going to spawn everything else. Should I be just selling the other stuff just to make it a little bit easier? Probably so. 2667, that's $200 more. So bearing grease, kerosene, 28. Kerosene's also near a good price. The one thing I shouldn't be picking up is a paraffin, because that price is $19.31 and it goes for $37.25 in July. So kerosene and bearing grease. All right. Let's go kerosene. Whoops. Kerosene. Let's go ahead and load that up if we can. Motor oil. Nothing there. Bearing grease. No? That's paraffin. Okay, so why is it loading the bearing grease? I was on bearing grease, was I not? Okay, now it picked it up. Must be I may have hit the wrong button. I'll just keep flicking through and loading whatever comes up. This is where having a truck and getting in here a little bit easier. Alright, I think we'll call that good for now. This is all we really need to probably buy the other refinery. So let's go ahead and sell this. Yeah, we got to go into our sheep farm. Well, actually, I can go past the sheep farm. And we'll enter through our dirt gravel road that we put in. Probably a better shot to the sell point. And that comes out just before the stream here. We'll start watching the money roll in. Not going to get it all in one go because the stuff in the front didn't sell right away. Kind of weird the way it's selling, but I didn't quite get it all in one go. But so 22.8, so about 23,000 for the first. So not too bad, about 40 grand overall. You know what, we can just leave this right here for now. Let's go jump up to our production buildings. I think we need to delete this tree right here. So we'll just go ahead and get rid of it the easy way. Did I not activate it? Am I not looking at it correctly? There we go. Now it's gone. Let me turn that back off so I don't accidentally delete something I want to keep. Yeah, let me back up more because I don't want to be standing where the production building needs to go. And landscaping. First, we'll paint the gravel in. Alright, now we go to productions and scroll on down. There we go. This is the small one. Where is the spawn point? Alright, so before I put that down, let me go ahead and we'll turn on the interactive zone markers. That may tell us where it will be. I think that's where the diesel will be. Alright, so how do I want this facing? Unfortunately, it's on either side. I think like this is going to be our best option. Well, that's where it's going. That is where it's going. All right, turn the interactive zone markers off. Let's go into our production buildings. Scroll on down, and of course, we'll just activate everything. And there, all the extra oil that's right now in our crude oil building should get transferred over to here. And we should be good to go. So the diesel will be out back here. That does leave me enough, though, to go ahead and buy. And like I said, we're buying everything new now, buying nothing used. Miscellaneous, scroll on down. Our diesel tanker. So we can sell our diesel. I did click on the right one. I thought it was going to just come up red only. Alright, is there a way we can... Alright, main color. Yeah, we'll just do ruby red. It doesn't cost us anything. We're going to keep it the standard 67,000 liters, and everything else we really don't need. I think everything else is all set. So 17,820. We'll buy that. All right, so now we're down back down to $8,000, but a second refinery up and going. That way we can keep up with the crude oil building. We do have ourselves a diesel tanker, which that's the wrong page I want to be on. But next time we should, I think diesel price was going pretty good. Where is it? Yeah, we got $20,000 worth of diesel fuel to sell. And I guess we can go to Fall Garden Center with it. So we'll get our money back on that tanker right away. But now it's just a matter of keep saving up some money and buy new material or products that, or machinery that we don't have currently yet on the farm. But a little bit more work here to do in December. I think we'll get one of the fields plowed, one of the corn fields plowed. We'll start working on that. We'll sell some diesel. We've already sold some pigs. But I got to go around and take care of the animals once again, which I have to do pretty much every month. But anyways, that is where we're going to wrap it up for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you again right here in American Falls. But until then, have a good one.